Ladies and gentlemen, it's your boy Tim back at it again. What is good? Proverbs verse 22, chapter 6, or chapter 22, verse 6 says, train up a child in the way he should go, and when he is old, he will not depart from it. There was a saying that I had heard a lot growing up that said, it takes a village it takes a village to raise a child. Now, what do I mean by saying that? Mother's Day had just ended up passing by, and with that, that kind of gave me the way that we had church that day. With we had church that day, spent a lot of time with fam, and one thing that I was kind of um, thinking about during that day was was I'm making these vids and I'm making these vids and a lot of people are getting to know me and eventually I start to get to know y'all. But it's like, I want to give, but I never. Well, I'm not gonna say I never thought about it, but you know what I mean. Like, there's been some times where I thought about, like, bro, thinking about like all the people who have helped raise me and raise me. You feel me? Or just took care of us. You know what I mean? Giving them appreciation. You feel me? So instead of like instead of like you know or maybe I should do the lesson tomorrow. I think that's what I'll do. So yeah, we're gonna flip it this week. So today is Thursday. I'm gonna go ahead and do, I guess I can say, the Friday vid today, and then tomorrow I'm gonna go ahead and do the lesson plan that I got for this week. But yeah, like I said, it takes a village to raise a child, and I want to give the village, appreciation. So this series is gonna be called The Village, right? Uh, and we're gonna start. Oh yeah, so yeah, Mother's Day had ended up passing, right? And I was like, what is a way? I was thinking, because I at first I was thinking like, bro, I gotta, uh, what is a way that I can show my appreciation to the village, right? And the mothers that help take care of me, right? And I was like, well, I want to make it public. I want to make it known. Like, yeah, these are the people who. Here's my inner circle. Here's the people that have helped raise me. Here's the people that uh uh well, me and my brothers, but yeah, who trained me up. You feel me? So yeah, today we're gonna go. So today in the village, right? We're gonna go ahead and talk about the mothers of the village. I got four. Oh yeah, the four main mothers I can say, because there's multiple. If we was here talking about the whole village, that'll probably be a 24-hour video. Definitely do not want that to transpire. But anyways, so I decided to make this into a series. You feel me? So yeah, so yeah, I wish my brothers was here so we could all say it, but I'm gonna say it for them. We appreciate you. You feel me? I'm gonna go ahead and get on with it. All right. So first and foremost, I'm gonna show some uh pictures probably on this left side of me. Yeah, this left side of me. So yeah, yeah, show some pictures when I edit it and everything like that. But yeah, as I'm talking, I'm gonna show pictures and everything uh of the different people. Right now for this specific vid, I got four people I'm gonna talk about. Um the mothers of the group, just to give appreciation and everything like that. Right. So we're gonna go ahead and get started, starting with number one. Bro, starting with number one. My mom. I'm thinking, should I do for well, I mean, I'll just say first name. So yeah, bet, cool. So my mom, Wendy, right? I'm not gonna say full name because of course I ain't trying to incriminate nobody. But yeah, my mom, Wendy, bruh, um, we appreciate you. Me and my brothers, you feel me? Bruh, I wouldn't be here. You know what I mean? Besides, well, I don't want to say it like that, but besides God, you feel me? My mom, really the whole, which is what I'm saying. If I were to sit here and talk about the village, we'd be here all day. But yeah, I wouldn't be here without my mom. This my main uh my main uh dang my main caregiver, I guess I can say caregiver, my main guardian, I guess I can say for the longest time. Uh, you know, uh, dang, this caffeine got me tweaking. My bad, but yeah. So my main guardian, my main caretaker, my main ride or die. I, I'm gonna be completely honest with you, bro. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for my mom. You feel me? My mom, right? Uh, when and I keep talking about it, but I mean it's a testimony. So I mean, or my testimony. So I mean, yeah, I mean, when I was going through my anxious phase, like, and I keep bringing, nah, I don't like bringing that up, but yeah, anxious phase. That little, the anxiety spiel that I was talking about, the depression thing that I was talking about. One of the main ones there, I mean, always checking up on me, seeing if I'm cooling. The main one, or the one, I was talking to the doctors about my whole situation, that or took me to, what I mean, that was my mom. The main one there that was uh uh dang, what am I trying to say? The main one there keeping me cool mentally, you feel me? Like I said, panic attacks was bad for me, right? And my mom was there to kind of calm me down when I didn't have the meds, when, what I mean, when I wasn't praying on my own. She was one of the main ones. And even not just me, but my brothers, you feel me? Because I wasn't the only one that went through, mental health. My brother Jay had some mental health problems back in the day. My mom, my brother Jay, my brother Matt, I mean, his issues with asthma and his allergies, talk. Anyways, I'm going out. But yeah, his allergies and everything like that. She was one of the main ones taking care of us. You know what I mean? And like I said before, I just want to give my appreciation. I love you, mom. Uh, and yeah, just thank you for even if we just talking about like caring for us too, like, and like support too. Uh, I was in band for 7 years. Dang near every concert I had, dang near every uh football game I had, dang near every contest I had, she was there. She was there supporting uh the War Brothers. Me and my brothers Jay and Matt, we got the singing group. She was one of the main ones teaching us how to sing. I mean, we like how to, well, yeah, sing throughout that time. And then like once it got to a point, because we grow and our voices get a little deeper during the puberty times, right? So when our voices was cracking, when we couldn't hit those high notes anymore, she was one. She was the one that she was the one that stepped up and was like, "Yo, I'll go and hold down this high part. Y'all ain't even got to worry about it." You know what I mean? And so now most of the time when we singing songs and it's a higher part that needs to be sung, she one of the main ones. Main ones, you know what I mean? So, what I mean? Support, uh, one of the main supporters in my life, one of the main caregivers in my life, or in our life. I keep saying well, yeah, our life too. Yeah. Um, yeah, we appreciate you. I love you. We're gonna move on. Um, yeah, I forgot what I was saying. Yeah, so yeah. When it comes to pretty much almost anything that I've learned came from her. Whether it's music, whether it's I mean, uh, my earliest, I would say the earliest time when I was getting into music and everything like that. like my earliest, I guess I can say earlier artists that I listened to, artists like Fantasia, Jennifer Hudson, Beyonce. I got that from mom. From mom, so crazy. One of my, yeah. So yeah, moving on. Secondly, we got what we call her Gigi, but at first, when we at first, I guess I can say when we first met her, we called her Miss Nikki. Yeah, so I'm gonna say first names. Yeah, so yeah, but we called her Miss Nikki, right, bro? There's a stereotype that was, I guess I could say, a trend back in the day, or as I was growing up, of like step parents coming into the kids' lives and kind of having it, kind of being, uh, dang, how can I word this? Step parents coming into the kids' lives, and then it's usually combative or a hostile. I guess I can say hostile environment. With Gigi, that's never been the case. I'm talking about from the first day that we ended up meeting her and that side of our family. It's been nothing but, uh, bro. It's been nothing but love. It's been nothing but support, bro. I'm talking about from day. Matter of fact, let me say this and then we'll go. Yeah. So uh that's never been the case. It's all, and the crib that I'm in right now, this is her crib. This is her at my dad's crib, right? You know what I mean? Yeah. So yeah. I'm trying to think what I'm trying to say. But yeah, uh that wasn't the case. That was definitely not the case when it came, you feel me, to that. Uh um showed nothing but showed nothing but love, showed nothing but, support. And like I said, we in her crib right now. Me and my brothers, we in her crib right now, bro. Right? At the beginning of this year, or not at the beginning of this year, like around like a few months ago, had a little problems, had to I ain't gonna tell all my business, but yeah, had a little problems, had to pull up here with the bros and open the doors for us. You know what I mean? Pretty much open the doors, and not just open the doors, but is helped and is continuing to help us and support us. Uh my mind is cluttered right now, but yeah, hold on. To help, and has helped us in life. And here's what I mean. Like, bro, me and my brother Jay for the longest time have been uh, job searching, looking for better opportunities, as far as pay and everything like that. My dad, pretty much, like I was saying, the village. If I'm talking about the village, bro, let me just stay focused. Has been the main ones putting us on to these different spots to, apply to and everything like that. Um, and even then, like I said, opened up her doors to us. But not only that, has continued to take care of us. You feel me? Most of excuse me, as far as everything goes, you know what I mean? Uh, when we don't have it or when we can't do it for ourselves, she's usually one of the main ones. Like, yo, I mean, I got y'all. Y'all need this. Y'all need that. Bet I got you. And we got the name Gigi because my brother Jay recently had baby, right? That was the one, yeah. So I had posted on my story, my little niece, um, crazy, she growing fast, but yeah, my little niece, um, Jayciana, um, we had came up with that name because we were kind of thinking of like what would Jayciana call us when she, start talking and everything like that. And Gigi was the name for, what I mean, Miss Nikki. So now we call her Gigi. But yeah, yeah, ever since day one, like I said before, when it came to I'm still talking about Gigi. When it came to the football game, when it came to men, ever since we met her, ever since she's been a part of my dad and our lives, she has been, there. Same thing with my mom, been there. You feel me? Dang near every football game, dang near every contest, almost, dang near every concert. Even if we're not talking about band, we talking about just the War Brothers singing dang near every program. She been there. You feel me? Support. You know what I mean? Here the, here the bros go right here. Uh, but dang near every you know, War Brothers singing uh program, she been there. You feel me? Like I said, you know what I mean? When you talk about support, when you talk about caretaking, when you talk about all that. Brother, nigga. Oh, bro, cheese, bro. Yeah. Where's Matt at? Oh, he don't get off. I think he get off. He get off later, so he don't get off at 2. Wait, who dropped you? Who dropped you off? Oh, bet. I got you. But yeah, like I said, that's the one I was talking about right here. Yeah. But yeah, when you talk about support, when you talk about um caretaking, when you talk about um, endless I said support already, endless love, and for us, me and my bros, one of the main ones that I talk, that I will talk about. You feel me? Crazy. You feel me? Um, so once again, we appreciate you. For me, my brother Jay, and my brother Matt, who's still on the way. We appreciate you and we love you. Feel me? Um, Now that's the moms. Mom number one, mom number two. We're gonna talk about the grandmas. You feel me? We're gonna start with we're gonna start with Granny. That's what I call her, Granny. Or dang, did we now that I'm thinking about it, did we ever come up with a name for so yeah, the names. Well, maybe for another video. But yeah, my granny. Once again, which is crazy. Like, bro, when you talk about supporting, when you talk about caretaking, when you talk about all of that, Granny is one of the main ones. Uh, who was that? Oh yeah, that's Matt right here. That's crazy. But yeah, when you talk about support, when you talk about caretaking, when you talk about endless love, Granny was one of the main ones. Uh, yep. What this man here? Uh, yeah, Granny was one of the main ones. It's been times where we didn't even need it, right? When we didn't even need or yeah, there would be times where, and this goes for all, there would be times where somebody would need to pick us up from school or from work or drop us off at school or drop us off at work. Granny would be one of the main ones, like, yo, I got you. Like I said, when we didn't need it, sometimes Granny would even pull up, come get us, take us to, this little shaved ice spot down the street, or just take us to get something to eat. Some still to this day, she like, what I mean, she always, checking up on us, wondering how we doing, wonder if we straight and everything like that, right? Growing up, we used to be at her crib. Really, coffee, the one I'm drinking right now, or not even just the one, not the one I'm drinking, but coffee in general, right? Granny was the one who put me on the coffee. I was a youngin', and they always had a hot pot of coffee on the stove in the coffee maker, and I was one of the main ones to grab a cup and chill. I got shows like MASH. I know for the youngins, y'all don't know what that is, which is crazy. I got shows like MASH, In the Heat of the Night. What else? Dang, it was more. Walker Texas Ranger, uh, Rifleman, all them OG shows. You feel me? That's who I got it for. Or really, my granny and my grandpa. You feel me? So, and it's always a vibe. It's always cool to see my granny because when we talk about OGs and the elders that really, when you talk about singing, like singing. She was one of them ones that was there, you know, teaching us how to sing, being there, like I said, support, teaching us how to sing, watching us sing and everything like that. So when you talk about support, when you talk about endless love, when you talk about caretaking, she was one of the main ones. You feel me? Um, but yeah, once again, when it comes to OG singers, when we talk about just yeah, five. That's all I'm gonna say. When we talk about if we talk about one of the greatest singers here in San Antonio, right? One of the main ones. You feel me? Uh, but yeah, once again, we appreciate you and we love you, right?
One of the greatest singers known to man.
Factual.
Who are you talking about?
Granny.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, factual. Um, last but definitely not least, we got my Nana Val, right? Once uh, back when we was youngins, we used to be at her crib, the same crib that she has today. Back at her crib, you know what I mean? There have been days where, like, once again, she has, well, yeah, my Nana Val, my dad's mom, and then when we talk about Granny, my granny, my mom's mom. Yeah, my mom's mom. So yeah. So Granny is my mom's mom. Nana Val is my dad's mom, right? Opened their doors, not just for me and my brothers, but for my cousins, my aunts, my uncles, you feel me? Everybody, you feel me? Uh, once again, dang near every football game, dang near every contest, dang near every service that me and my brothers had to sing at, she was one of the main ones there, bro. Even when it came to like like anniversaries that we ended up hosting uh, for our specific group, she was one of the main ones there, main supporters, right? uh she was the one who put me on to fruit. Why I'm so into fruit, like watermelon, cantaloupe, honeydew, all pretty much into fruit and stuff like that. She was one of the ones to put me on, right? uh yeah, she was one of the ones to put me on, right? Crazy. She used to, I don't want to mess this up, but she used to, I'm gonna just say she used to work in a hospital. I don't want to say which specific job she was in because I don't really. Yeah, she used to work at Santa Rosa, the downtown uh hospital, right? And yeah, whenever we got sick, me and the bros, she was one of the main ones. Like, oh, that's that. I got this for that. I got this for that. Oh, you need that to fix that. One of the main ones. What I mean, to take care of us. Like I said, she opened her doors for us also, right? So she opened her doors for us also, right? So like we would spend the night at her crib, and anytime we did spend the night, she would be, what I mean, she would be dang, what am I trying to say? She would be cooking for us. She would be, what I mean, taking care, like I said, one of the main caretaking for us and everything like that, right? And this talking about like young and though, like back then, we would be chilling with our with our cousins uh at the crib. That's where have I told that story on this channel? I don't think so, but that's where Bo, rest in peace, Bo. That was one of the OG dogs that we had. Uh, he was at her crib. You feel me? Dogs like Lady, dogs like Cognac, the one that scared me the most. I ain't even gonna lie to you. Slow, but yeah, what I mean. Crazy, yeah. But once again, we appreciate you and we love you, right? I'm gonna go ahead to mom, to Gigi, to Granny, and to Nanaval. Once again, we appreciate you and we love you. We wouldn't be here. Me, my brother Jay, my brother Matt, we would not be here if it wasn't for y'all. Happy belated Mother's Day. Happy belated Mother's Day to y'all. And yeah, and we're gonna continue to be there for y'all as y'all have been for I said that for us. Um, that's gonna do it for this episode of The Village. I'm not gonna do this every week, but definitely every other week, probably. Yeah. Um, yeah. So more of The Village to come. Uh, and yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and enjoy the rest of this hot day. Got the OG crying outside. I'm gonna go ahead and let him back in. Uh, and yeah, I'm go ahead and enjoy the rest of this day. And hopefully y'all do too. Peace.